Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, welcome to the Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee, back as Cassius Valentine.
My name is Carl, and I'm back as Gracchus.
And my name is Matt, and where is my hair gone? And
Yeah. Gone.
It's just gone. And we are back once again in the Shattered Lands, the streets of Mihre, and we are back after a brief stint not doing it.
Brief,
a couple month stint of not doing it in Game of Death, Part 8, using the Alchemy role-playing toolkit, not that other nonsense. All right.
That other nonsense which we got all cross about.
Yeah.
And talking of nonsense, last time, you guys diffused a trap. Mephisto had put an innocent young person in effectively a pit in the pendulum trap, in a hotel room in the Idle Hands. Yeah, that's the name of it. The thing was swinging back and forth. It was a dastardly trap because it was connected to some flammable liquid that could burst, and it was connected to a bomb, and a lot of things were going on there. But you did manage to stop the thing. Gracchus became a bear and tanked the fire, and you ripped the wires out of the bomb. So all is good. And
all is well.
All is good. All is well. And the breadcrumbs seem to be leading you towards the basement of the Idle Hands. So, gentlemen.
I believe that is exactly where we are going.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So let's have a quick recap here. Where are your heads at, Cassius and Gracchus?
Where are you, Gracchus?
I think probably Gracchus is one that's probably more directed this because Mephisto clearly knows who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean more than just detectives in Tiers 7. He knows about our histories. But he seems particularly focused on me, it seems. He's determined to prove something to himself, possibly, that I am no different to him, I suspect. That he and I are both just senseless killing machines and monsters. And there's some truth in it. I definitely have been a monster. Realistically, I am still a monster, but as I said to him last time, I'll own what I am. And I guess now all that's left of me to become is the monster that hunts other monsters.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Mr. Valentine, where are you at?
Cassius feels as though he has Mephisto's number to a point. So he can see that he is goading both of us. He is goading the part of Gracchus, which is the monster, and he is goading the part of Cassius, which is probably still quite bruised, I guess, about being very smart and very clever. Because this is recently after this is him recently coming back from the dead, basically, after getting captured and everything like that. This man is very smart, and he's letting Gracchus do what he needs to do. He's sort of putting on the pretense that Cassius is not happy about what Gracchus is doing at the moment. Cassius is more than happy about what Gracchus is doing at the moment. And he's trying to allow Mephisto to underestimate Cassius and underestimate both of them to a point. Allow him to think that he is very, very, very smart and smarter than Cassius.
Interesting.
Kind of like a game of wits is going on. He's trying to hold his cards very close to his chest at the moment and seeing if there is a gap in the sort of the intellectual armor of Mephisto. So he's playing a lot of mind games at the moment. He's trying to stay as many steps ahead as he can. He doesn't feel too far ahead of Mephisto at the moment. He's pretty much one step behind at the moment, but he wants to make it at least equal, if not one step ahead. So it's a lot of mental gymnastics at the moment, all the while doing real world gymnastics to not have all this come a cropper basically.
Indeed. Well, as you descend back to the ground floor, and perhaps you're searching around for the basement door, his voice comes over the magical tannoy again. This time, not addressing Mr. Fowbreaker, but addressing you. Mr. Valentine, you are a curiosity. How does a respected and skilled information broker suddenly let so many secrets slip?
He knew it. Cassius knew it. Maybe he isn't one step behind. Maybe he is level pegging at the moment. Are you requiring an answer, Mephisto?
I'm curious as to your side of things. I, for one, am suspicious of the whole thing.
Curiosity can be a boon or a bane. Perhaps curiosity got the best of me.
Perhaps it did. I and some others have somewhat of a theory.
Pray tell.
I think you found out a secret so closely guarded
Ooh.
and so terrible that you had to be destroyed in order to keep it safe. If they had simply killed you themselves, it would have been too suspicious. No, better to kick you down into this crime-ridden hell and let the monsters do their dirty work.
Well, perhaps. Either way, it didn't work, did it? Not yet. Anyway.
Indeed it didn't. You seem to have prospered. And as a result, they've decided to attack you more directly. You seem
Didn't
to
do
have
them any good either.
No, it didn't. But you continue to be watched and studied. And no doubt they will try for you again.
And they'll end the same way.
I found
More
friends.
bodies for the pile.
Indeed, I have found friends now, allies.
Indeed.
I do feel as though I am being a little sidetracked at the moment, but curiosity has once again got the better of me.
Indeed. Well, you know what they say about curiosity. It isn't too difficult down here to find the basement door. Due to sort of the layout, if you'll remember in the kitchen, the pipes were leading downward. And kind of logic can dictate. I think as well there was something upstairs leading down to the basement as well. Some gas thing, I think. It's been a while. Following that kind of trail, you can work out sort of where the utility parts are, and you do find a door at the bottom of a set of narrow stairs.
As we get there, I do say, yes, I do know what they say about curiosity, but I have died once before. Perhaps you should try it, good sir. As we approach the door, I take a sip. I feel the whiskey from the decanter that I have been still taking around. It's very, very good stuff. I do need to take a small bit back to the devilish. Are we at the library still at the moment?
You're still at the library.
We're just about to find the archive, aren't we? I must hand this over. This is delicious stuff. But I finish on. Perhaps you should try it, good sir.
All right.
Just a little poke. Let's see how much pride this man has.
Well, the basement door is uncharacteristically locked. Not many locked doors in the idle hands, but this one is locked. Actually, I think a lot of the doors have been locked. This is another locked door.
Secrets, Mephisto.
You can't have people wandering around willy-nilly. A lot of sensitive things are in the basement.
Hmm. And here, I thought we were friends. I do this as I'm still sort of cursory looking around this thing. It's locked. What else have we got? Do you want a blinder? Do you want a blind draw?
Yeah, let's have a blind draw.
For a God, I got to get back into the swing of things. I would like a little bit of eye for detail on the mental. Well, I don't even know. Can I use eye for detail? I'm not sure. Blind draw. I can't even see it. It's gone the wrong way. A queen of hearts.
So blind, it was a queen.
I might do all my blind draws that way. That was quite good.
With an eye for detail, what does that make that? That makes it quite
I can't do eye for detail with a heart.
Oh.
I can't do eye for detail with a heart. What I could do is shadow step, though.
To the other, to the other side of the door.
I could do.
You could do.
But that seems ill-advised, if I'm honest.
If he knows enough about us,
mental agility, warlock's mind. I'm Sherlocking this.
Mind Palestine.
I'm Sherlocking doing the Mind Palace, clouting the guy around the ears, and then doing it really, really fast, and everyone being like, "Oh my god, that was an amazing piece of cinema" when it first came out.
Yeah.
Discombobulate. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I discombobulate the door.
Okay. All right then. So Warlock's mind. Okay. And now remind me, Warlock's mind, is that a skill? Is that an acquisition? Mental.
That is a mental flair.
Mental flair.
So not the acquisition, not the big boy one, because we haven't drawn for order. Order.
All right. Nice. Okay. So what does that give you with Warlock's mind on the door?
I'm not sure. So I'm looking through it. We got a locked door in front of us. Is this trapped? What are we doing here? Is there anything that I need to be aware of before I start going at this and trying to unearth all of his dirty little secrets?
Okay. All right.
Mephisto doesn't just seem like the one to just use, the store-bought lock for all of his dirtiest, delicious little secrets.
All right. Well, you're right that it's not a store-bought lock. It is a very, very good lock. Seems a bespoke lock. There doesn't seem to be a trap, though, linked to it. Certainly not one that will affect this side of the door. You think this guy is obviously a complete maniac, but he's also very deep undercover. So he's not going to want to have someone take the wrong door and then get splattered in front of all the other guests.
He's also not one to just try and kill us with a basic trap. That's not his whole thing. Chances are opening this door is more like to set something off that leads to the next trap.
Or kill someone else rather than us.
Yeah.
Making us be the murderers instead of him. Classic grey villain gameplay right here.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was you, gentlemen. Fuck off.
Yeah. Motherfucker, you kidnapped the person, tied them up, and built everything around them. We just happened to press that button. You happen to set it up that we have to press this button. I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Mr. Bonebreaker, you walked through the door not knowing what it was.
I want to play a game. You always go through doors without seeing. Now they will have no eyes.
I mean, technically, I don't want to go through doors. I tend to splinter doors. There's a difference.
You made the mistake of doing something innocuous, which led to someone's death that you didn't know about. Therefore, you're the murderer, not me who put them in the trap.
Idiot. Bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, every Saw movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Especially the more recent ones. Oh, he's not actually a bad guy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Why are you not dead yet?
Let's rabbit hole.
Anyway,
Let's not do this.
that's perhaps for a You Meet at the Tavern when we come back on for episode 39.
39, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Indeed,
my next one.
indeed. Well,
Okay, right. So I relay this. Okay, not a simple lock, but not exactly a trapped lock. We're too
I'm in the
close
mind
to
to
the
kick the
surface.
door down.
We're too close to the surface for anything to go off immediately, but we will not be in any danger. We won't. But our host seems to have interesting ideas about ownership over these follies.
I'm going to put my ear to the door, see if I can hear anything behind it, like the person, things clinking, any signs of machinery or bolts and bullshit are behind it that are ready to set off.
okay.
That is a 9 with a calm mind of 6, so 15 total.
Okay. Okay. I'll mastermind that, which won't be a crit, but I mean, it's still not going to beat it. Okay, so from the other side of the door, you can just make out. I mean, there must be a gap somewhere that's allowing something through. You can just about make out the odd kind of shuffling footstep, the odd clinking chain. There is something behind here. It's too random to be mechanical.
There's something chained up behind the door. I can't tell if it's person or animal, but
I'll give it a knock.
Okay, so you don't get a response explicitly, but Gracchus, you do hear some noises of confusion and alarm from the other side of the door. Quite faint, quite muffled.
I relay it back to Cassius. There's probably someone behind the door who doesn't want to be here.
I knock again.
Same noises.
Better, worse? Are they calming down? Are they getting more agitated?
Maybe slightly more urgent.
Okay. I'm just gonna shout to the door. My name is Gracchus. If you can understand me, shake your chain twice. I'm listening for that.
The chains shake twice.
Okay. Is there anything preventing us from opening this door? Twice for yes, once for no.
Preventing you from opening it.
I.e., is it blocking it or attached to the... Okay, let me rephrase it. Is there anything attached to this door that might put you in danger?
The chain shakes and it just kind of keeps shaking.
It doesn't know. Okay.
Did that sound agitated, or premeditated almost?
More agitated.
Okay, could be worried.
You pick the lock.
I mean, I can try.
I'd rather try the delicate way before I just smash the door down, to be completely frank.
Okay, I mean, could I shadow step through this?
I mean, based on... I mean, it looks like a fairly solid door, but you can hear stuff coming through it. So there must be a gap through it somewhere, probably through the mechanism.
We know that there is someone on the other side of it, and it involves a chain. Chances are there's something trapping that person in place.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get a visual, that makes this entire thing a different kettle of fish. It might set something off, but that's still more information than we've got currently.
Yeah, can Nix put his little eyes through the thing, like the keyhole, or underneath the?
It's not so much a keyhole as it is like almost like a network of things.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like quite a complex mechanism. There's no explicit keyhole, and it does look fairly well sealed.
Okay. Because with Shadow Step, I'm going to have a hard time not potentially getting stuck in a floor or a wall or them.
Right.
A bit of hole. Can we fashion any holes, Gracchus?
I have a very big sword and a propensity to swing it, so I could try.
Not necessarily a swinging, perhaps more of a,
I can boot it instead. I have very heavy shoes.
Yeah, if you could maybe, is it one of like those panel doors where you got like the 4 panels and those are a bit like more?
Yeah, actually, what does the door look like?
I mean, it seems more solid than that. It seems like quite a sort of heavy. It's wood. It's a wooden door. At least it appears to be. But it doesn't seem. It's not a panel door. It looks like pretty solid wood. This guy doesn't want people going down into the basement.
If I'm going to break it, it's going to be a sword swing. To do anything to it, by the sounds of things. And even then, it might not break it on the first strike.
I would like to look at the lock.
Okay. The lock is very, very expensive. You've seen locks like this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of a tier 3, tier 2 lock. This is a nice lock.
Okay.
And it's where he came from.
Do I have any experience of breaking such locks? I imagine I would have done some for my delicious secrets.
You've broken locks similar to this before.
Okay. May I engage in such action?
Be my guess. Okay.
What can I use for this?
What can you use with it?
I'd like a what would we say? What would we say? Physical agility?
Yeah.
Or eye for detail. This could be used for eye for detail.
Okay.
So that would be an 11 altogether. Is that my trump suit? Yes, it is my trump suit. 12.
Okay. So what does that make it? 12? 13?
12 all in. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll try and break the lock, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or unlock the lock.
Unlock the lock.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a king. This is a king.
Okay. Almost.
With psychopath's joy.
Oh bloody hell!
So you're beating that then.
Which brings it up to a 19.
Just 12. That's a
crit.
That's crit.
Luckily, I've got quite a bit of refresh on this, so.
So you sort of wiggling around. You do kind of manipulate a couple of the pins in the lock, but you do hear from the other side something is triggered. The chain rattles a lot more, and there is panic happening on the other side.
We have an issue, Crackers. We need to get in there.
Okay, I very politely put a hand on Cassius, pull him to one side.
I'm already out the way. I've got out of the way and gone. We've got an issue.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah,
I've stepped.
As he stepped out of the way, I literally put both hands on the handle of my sword as I'm stepping forward and just full weight into the swing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7, 13, 14 with savage attack and my trump suit. Again,
yeah,
I'm just
okay.
leaning into this full force and just. I'm not expecting it to go in one, but I'm expecting to. I want to smash this fucking door because I'm getting very bored of this arseholes games at this point.
Yeah. What was the total on that?
14.
14. Okay. I feel like this is more of a world one than a. Oh no, he set up the door. It is going to be.
He set up the door, to be fair.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you do properly put your things into it. You definitely put enough of an impact into it to rattle that lock and to break one of the hinges. It seems. You don't think it will be too much more. Probably one more decent hit will get that door down.
Do we have line of sight now?
Not quite. The door is still basically intact. This is very, very strong wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What can I do? What can I do?
Go for the other hinge, no?
You could. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Get some purchase on it to rip it away at this point, or just go for the other hinge.
I'm just gonna go to the hinge and just beef this thing. It should be pretty good. Another +6 from savage attack.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll be.
Again, I am very bored of this guy's games at this point. I'm tired of it. I'm just.
Well, I gave you
done.
I gave you 2 options.
The door
there.
turns to gravy.
I gave you 2 options there for like maybe chopping the hinge or ripping the door away. You chop the hinge and rip the door away, and you throw it back behind you, and it lands at the top of the stairs.
You went to Gracchus. Do you want to chop the hinge or do you want to rip the door? Yes.
Yes.
I do.
I do.
Right. Now,
right, immediately, what do we see?
Well, immediately, I'd like you to draw a mental hand.
Mental hand.
I was kind of expecting something like this.
I'm already bloody damaged.
Oh! I may have spent a lot of my good cards up the first few blind draws.
Dear. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. To be fair, mental. Ironically, despite being a physical character, I actually have 2 stats in mental that have got decent levels to them.
Oh, and order. I'm just going to use the bottom for my order.
Order. All right.
9 of diamonds. Okay.
3 of hearts for me.
And 7 for me.
So okay.
So Lee, Wild.
Me. Okay.
Okay. What do I see? What's going on? I need to discombobulate the situation.
Discombobulate. So what you see is effectively what you see. So is this on your turn? You as Gracchus rips the door away, you look into the room. You can see that there is a person, a man, who is bound, hands behind his back, kind of chains linked with his ankles, and that chain is linked to the floor. He's in a glass tank. Okay. And that tank is slowly filling with water from the bottom up. So he's blindfolded and gagged.
Okay.
And water is pouring in. Water is pouring in from the top.
Okay. This is all closed up?
Well, the tank is, I mean, it looks all glass. It is very, very well sort of encased.
At the top? Or is it just
at the top?
Floor to ceiling?
It's floor to ceiling, essentially. On a little kind of dais.
Mm-hmm.
So no exposed pipes then, basically, is what you're saying.
No exposed pipes.
That would be too easy.
Okay. Well, now I know I can use eye for detail. I want to use eye for detail. Warlock's Mind. I'll start with eye for detail, please. And that will be a 11, 15 to work out any any kinks in this fantabulous contraption that Mephisto has put together?
Look, any kinks in it?
Yeah. Do we have any weak spots? Do we have any areas of disruption that we can employ?
What was the total on that one?
15? 15, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 15.
Okay. It doesn't seem so. That's a king. King of diamonds. With... What do I have with diamonds? With terror. I use with terror, which brings it to a 20.
Okay.
And on to discard it goes. Looking at it, there doesn't seem to be any blemish in this at all. There doesn't seem to be any point where it can be, where a pipe can be gotten rid of, or there's like a hatch to where he could be let in. The dais looks solid. The glass looks solid. It's you don't see an immediate weak point.
Okay.
With your eye for detail. And it is now Mephisto's turn. / the world's turn. It's the trap's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And... Okay. Alright. Okay. Again, I'm going to bust out a little terror. Making that a 14.
Mm-hmm. Towards,
I think towards Cassius, because you're looking in.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it's not just filling up with water. So it is filling up with water. But the other thing that's happening, you can notice condensation on the glass. And that condensation is pretty quickly turning to ice.
Okay.
It's freezing it too. Ooh, I have a plan.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to use this with my trump suit, with I Know Death, and you're not going to scare me, you stupid bitch with a 17. Fuck you, Mephisto. I've seen death. You're not going to scare me, all right? You think you're so great.
You do know you don't have to keep calling me death, right?
I imagine you just take just a little sip from the decanter. Like...
That's how I vision it. Just like
I just go, interesting.
Sip. Kermit, this is the Kermit meme. Oh yeah.
Mr. Heartbreaker.
So you're saying is ice forming on the inside of the glass? Is what you're saying?
It's forming on the condensation on the outside of the glass.
So it's still freezing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to try something here. This may or may not work. We'll see. I'm going to use Flame Blade for +7 and my Power Suit for another +1. That's 8. It is 20 total. Would that be, Lee?
Go again.
12. So it's a king +7 +1.
21.
21.
Oh, sweet. 21 then. Sorry, I forgot it was a 13 for king. But the plan is to effectively hold the flaming blade against where the ice is forming. I'm hoping to try and get a temperature shock on the glass and shatter it.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not swinging it, I'm holding it there to basically, as it's cooling, but melt it at the same time, hoping that it creates a fracture in the glass and breaks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
As soon as you said freezing, like, I have a perfect plan for this.
It's a good idea.
It's gonna work.
It's a good idea, but you're dealing with a mastermind.
Okay.
With a king. And a 21.
What's the last one? So equal. Okay. So no, I don't take damage at least.
You don't take damage at least. And
Yeah.
you do see, I mean, there is an immediate melting of the condensation. And you do hear a little strain maybe from the glass, but it does.
So it would work. Okay.
But it holds. It holds its place. It doesn't even crack, but it holds in place.
Shadow step. Okay. Right. Is it my go?
It is.
Do you remember when we did that bear thing?
Which time?
The one shot bear.
Oh,
the one shot bear.
In the street, yeah.
Okay. Immediately, I see what Gracchus is going for, trying to get temperature shock on the glass. Mm-hmm. Let us make even more temperature happen. I'm going to shadow step into the container. So that's a 13, 20. Then I'm also going to use Calliope's dagger, which is an ice dagger, if we remember, for an extra 9. For a 29, and I'm going to hold it at the point of the heat with the ice, and I'm going to shatter this fucking thing.
Ooh, very good.
29.
We're
going in with 29.
You go with
Shadow
29.
Step in. I put it to a point as well, just on the point. I've not got sort of just the point on it where the blade hits
a singular focal point of it.
Yeah.
Flame blade on one side. Calliope's dagger on the other.
Calliope's ice dagger on the other. Let's make this very, very different.
And what is
so
the
here's
number?
Interesting.
29.
Oh,
fuck you, Mephisto. I'm annoyed with you.
I have a rules question for you on this one, Lee. So I'm not sure if this is covering the testing. Given that you're basically trying to use my flame blade at the same time, is there not an ability to, I don't know, have an addition from effectively Gracchus because he's still holding that there?
I think at that point, I think it really becomes sort of like our rule 0 of rule of cool, and goes to the alchemist to go, how delicious is this?
Yeah,
it does sound. You know what?
Because then Matt has his cards there, going, okay, what do I want to do?
Yeah, effectively, I'm asking because I'll say this outright. I can trigger Flame Blade again, not as highly, but I have a card in my hand that will let me trigger Flame Blade again and add a 11, 12 to it if I'm able to play a card. Which would
not being biased here. If I was an alchemist, I'd fudge my roll at this point because I think this is great.
I could make it. What, you're 29? I could push it to near 50.
I mean, 29 is really overkill at this point. I only need 7 to crit.
Yeah, I'm thinking visual rule of cool here for the mental image of basically you doing that and then me just swinging my flaming sword right at the point that you're holding it over the glass.
So here's where I am with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like this idea. I do have my card ready. My card. Wait, 29?
Yes.
He was using an acquisition.
13.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're
13. Shadow step for a 7, which is my highest skill in my second highest agility. And then it's the power of the acquisitions, man. The acquisitions just go, just get some.
Yeah. Nice. That was Berserker's Rage. It was like, just get some.
Nice. This is what happened when we made a bear. Well, I didn't make a bear. I saw it. I saw a bear happen.
Nice. All right. Well,
I didn't do anything.
Here's what happens, gentlemen. Okay, Cassius, you shadow step into the tank with this man. He feels the presence next to him, and it sort of struggles a lot in alarm. And you note how fucking cold it is in there. And getting colder. When you actually get in there, the water is like up to your waist and rising fairly quickly. And getting colder and colder and colder by the minute. In fact, where your feet are, you're meeting a lot of resistance at this point. It's almost as if it's frozen as you kind of come in. However, you see that flame blade, you draw that dagger. And even with Mastermind, you've still critted that. You've critted that Jack.
This was to humiliate him. I want to make him angry. He's trying to make Gracchus angry. Gracchus is getting angry. I need him angry as well. This is a humiliation tactic. I want to pull his pants down and smack his little bottom.
Also,
That's what we're doing.
It works nicely as an image of showing that you might be smart, but you're not better than both of us put together.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Teamwork for the win. Yeah. We're totally doing teamwork on you, Mephisto, you lonely bitch.
Some say it makes the dream work, but you clap his dagger on the side onto the flame blade, and a big crack appears in this very thick and fairly strong glass. And water begins. Gracchus, you see this water begins seeping out of the side. Not maybe quick enough to stop him from, both of them at this point, from drowning, although Cassius can get out with a shadow step, but not enough to stop the dude from...
I did make sure that I had one more heart to go, fuck this, I'm bailing.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoa, sorry.
But not enough to stop this dude from drowning, but you have bought yourself a little bit of time. Okay.
Over to you, Alchemist.
All right. Indeed.
I seem to have put myself in danger here.
Hopefully,
I haven't humiliated myself.
Ever so
I have a
slightly.
plan.
Okay. Well. Ooh, okay. So, the chill in there, even though your moment of triumph feels potentially short-lived, as the cold. I mean, now it's sort of up to the bottom of your rib cage. That cold is biting.
Yeah.
And there's a threatening, just a threat, a little hint. You may have seen death, but a hint of, you know how cold death is. You know how cold it is, Cassius.
I know very well how cold it is.
And maybe a hint.
What is I know death?
Maybe a hint of terror. Maybe a hint of terror comes over you. With a 17.
With a 17, we have here a 14. 14 with I know death.
Oh, okay. Right.
I know I have two things left. I have I know death and get the fuck out of there.
Well, Gracchus, you can see that he's starting. I mean, his face isn't covered, but he's starting to go blue. And
in terms of refresh, I do still seem quite physically healthy.
Cool. Just double checking, reminding this one. Acquisitions are based on the suit of your order card, and then the power of it is based on that as well. Yes. Correct.
Yes, you may only. So I may only use diamond acquisitions, of which I have 2. Cassius's familiar Nyx is going to be no use in this at the moment.
That's fine. It's not a great number, unfortunately.
Then I can add 9 to it at the end.
It's not a great number, but I'm going to savagely attack. So that is 5, 11. And then I'm going to use my Berserker's Rage for an additional +3 to swing full force at that fracture in the glass.
Cassius am I able to sort of pull this guy down a little bit?
I'm home run swinging this thing.
All right, for what number?
So that was an 11. It would be a 5, 11, 14 total.
Yeah,
for 14 total. Okay.
I may have burnt a few too many good cards. Line draws on mine because that was literally my next highest card.
Oh, for 14 total. Okay, well, you're going to succeed. Only by 1, but you're going to succeed.
Pardon me.
Do widen the crack a bit. But it is still... And a bit more water seeps out.
Here's a question for you then, as an alchemist. If the water's also freezing, and there's now a significant fracture in this glass that water is escaping, would the pressure of the water turning to ice not create more pressure and therefore potentially break it?
Potentially.
Because if it's strong enough to withstand the freezing undamaged,
potentially,
but you've got water passing through it and if it was condensing on the outside and freezing, it's going to condense in that crack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if water's flowing out, is that not going to freeze and shatter?
I mean,
I'm asking
could be
to
coming
use
close to it.
Okay, that's fine.
Scientifically, yes. Mechanically,
Mechanically,
in the
no.
rules of alchemy, we still have some hit points to take off this.
That is fine.
We are
Right.
back around to Cassius.
I think. Right, what can I do with this? I can stay in there for a little bit. So I've got 1 or 2. Okay. Right. I'm going to stay in here. And I'm not going to shadow step out yet. I need to be working from the inside.
Your best bet is to just attack that fracture.
Yeah.
If you can...
And I want to attack it in the sort of the best way possible. So I'm going to use Warlock's Mind on this. I want to discombobulate the glass. I'm going to discombobulate the glass with a 4 for Warlock's Mind plus 11, 15. So more cracking at this. We now have a crack. I don't need Calliope's dagger. Back in the holster. We're just going for just regular stuff. I'll take the butt of Jocasta's pistol.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Start cracking at it.
Okay.
That seems to be the best thing at the moment.
Mm-hmm. For a total of?
Or perhaps like I take some of the like the gunpowder out of it, sort of smooth it in there, and sort of like strike against it to again make it a bit hotter. We're using hot and cold. We're going Katy Perry on this. Very early Katy Perry hot and cold.
You are You are almost entirely submerged in water, so it might be a bit tricky to strike gunpowder. Gunpowder doesn't like being wet. But
okay.
What was the total number?
Or I'll continue just jaggling that in. Sorry, what was it?
What was the number?
It was 11 plus 14.
Ooh, 11.
So it's 14, not plus 14.
Okay. All right.
15. Sorry, it's 15. Apologies.
It was 15. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, either way. All right. So again, I mean, you beat it by 2 with a.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what was that with? Oh, you beat it by. Oh, okay. You'll beat it by 1 if I'm using Mastermind with that. Okay, and you're working it. You're working it through. Again, the crack is widening a little bit. The freezing water, however, there's a sense of not helplessness, but there's a sense of because that freezing water, that ice, is about to block that crack and effectively seal it.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be a 12. I'm going to do that one against, I think Gracchus is going to see that. That's a 12 against Gracchus.
Okay. I don't know what I've got. It's laying there ready to be shown.
No, that's a 13. That's a 13 against Gracchus. Sorry, 13.
I'm going to take damage here no matter what. So I'll try. So, plus a 6 for Calm Mind. There's an 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 8. So that's 5 damage. I'll take them, yeah?
Right. And the urgency there is suddenly very apparent. And the water...
Cool.
The water is about
to
cover their heads.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna blind draw off the deck because these are my last 2 cards, and even with
I have to now.
even with my acquisition,
Mephisto's
it's
been
not
going at
adding,
me like a bitch.
It's not going to do enough damage, I don't think. So blind drawing off the deck.
Same.
Savage attack. So that is 9 plus 6, which is 15. I'm then going to add another 3 from my acquisition. Also, make that 19 because I'm a power suit as well.
Nice. Okay, that is going to. So 70. Okay, so that's a 70. So 19.
I did 19 total.
Okay, yep. All right, nice. Well, that's a 17, so you beat it. All right. So, bang against the against that glass again. The crack is widening. The water's leaking out a little bit more and more. But it's still rising. It's up to about here on you, Cassius.
At this point, I'd get out and help me on this side, because if you get stuck in there, it doesn't help me.
I might be able to get out. I might not. I have 3 suits that can get me out. I'm fine.
Okay.
This is a 1 in 36 chance of me getting out, minus all the cards I've dealt. Right. This is what I'm doing. Okay. Right. A 6 of hearts. What can we do with a 6 of hearts, gents? Okay, I'll shadow step out for a 13.
Okay. Cool. Sure. That's fine. Yep. You're a bit cold, but that's fine. That's.
Did it take any cooling with me? Did I win or lose?
You won that one, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's
brilliant.
Fine. Yeah, you got through.
I got nothing on me, bro.
Indeed. So you're through. I mean, you're pretty chilly, and you suspect that. I mean, potentially
the man in there does not know death.
The man in there definitely does not know death.
Yet.
All right. So you're out. Is it then me?
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the man realizes he's now on his own, and he is absolutely panicking, and now drowning because the water has crossed here. That is going to be a 15 drowning. And in fact,
on who?
I think the person who's going to see it is you, Gracchus.
Okay.
Cassius is just gotten out. I'm actually going to draw a physical.
Again, so 15. Did you say
15?
I need to blind draw, or I'm going to go out of this fight.
Okay.
Because I can't beat it then less than the crit with what I've got.
Would you die on 7 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
I currently have 6 mental health.
Right. Okay.
So I need to. I could be out here. This entirely depends on literally the fucking blind draw on the deck.
Believe in the heart of the cards, like Yugi or whoever believed in the heart of the cards.
With calm mind, that's a 15.
Lovely. All right.
That match. Okay.
You hold it together. You're aware of the urgency, but you've held it together. And now, now
over to you.
This better fucking work this time. This better work. Right. Another blind draw because someone likes me. That is a 9 with my power suit. Savage attack makes it 15. My last Berserker's Rage acquisition for my final +3 to make it 18. Again, swinging at this glass. If you've got a king, I swear to God.
Two. This was truly a battle of attrition against some fucking glass.
And with your massive swing, as you see this person dying in front of you.
Oh, by the way, I'm full on guttural roaring as I'm swinging this one.
There is a bang and a crack and a shattering sound as that sciencey thing that you said a minute ago happens. And
Heat shock.
and yeah, now there is still water up here that hadn't frozen just goes all over the floor. There is a significant amount of ice around his sort of legs and around his kind of probably like from floating ribs down.
I'm just going to hold my flaming sword near him. So not enough to burn him, but enough that it's going to start melting out that ice and also keeping his body temperature up too, ideally.
Right, and he's panic breathing through his nose because he's still gagged and blindfolded.
Valentine, would you mind?
Oh, silver tongue. Coming in with a silver tongue. Oh, I couldn't. That was my next blind draw.
In the confusion, he didn't even call you first. He didn't call you my first name. It just like, the moment didn't focus him.
So yeah, I'll talk him down. Both talking him down. So with silver tongue, this is what I want to be doing. Sort of talking him down, just saying you're safe now. And apologies that your landlord is a little bit on the nose with how cold he is. Like just enough that I know that Mephisto is hearing me, and just saying that this was a bit gaudy. This was a bit flamboyant. Right? Like I'm saying, like I went in there, I came out a little bit cold because I look unfazed, really. I look a bit chilly from that. My refresh was good. But just making him feel good, but equally at the same time making Mephisto feel like a bitch.
Okay.
Just poke, not too much. Again, not being too ostentatious with it, but I'm calling him ostentatious and just poking. Poke. You're so smart, but you're not that smart.
Okay.
Never saying it to him, just indirectly going, yeah, this is okay.
All right, nice. Okay. Did you draw for that?
That was just like I was taking out my blind draws so I could go like that. But if you would like me to draw, that's what it was. That would have been a 13.
Okay.
Let's draw for it. No, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take the 13 for a draw.
There will be an auto success for the guy who is significantly calmer now that he's not dying and he's much warmer. Yeah, Mephisto, you don't get much of a response from the Tannoy.
Oh, I don't need a response from the Tannoy. I don't need one.
At first. And then there is... there are no words, just a nice sort of...
I continue talking. I continue talking. I continue talking to the man. I'm just really like real, not even like passive aggression.
More like you're ignoring it. He's not even there, kind of thing.
Yeah, just a sheer neutrality to him.
Nice. All right, where are you sending the man?
Out the front door, I think. We're sending him to the bar, aren't we?
To the bar over the street, yeah.
I give him some of the whiskey as well.
Nice.
This will warm you, sir.
Very nice.
You're running out. I just like side eye to the Tannoy. You're running out. Is there any more? As I pour a generous measure.
Nice.
Just a little bit of just like itchiness in his pride. Just little pokes, little itchy.
Nice. All right. Well, the man is safe, and he has had a little tipple, so he's a bit more.
I add some of the. Was it just water?
Oh, this stuff.
This
he
iced
was-
water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was water.
It wasn't toxic or anything, was it?
No.
I add some to my glass and finish the whiskey.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nice.
Itchy,
Okay.
itchy, itchy, scratchy, scratchy, pokey, pokey, pokey.
Nice. Okay. Well, with the man safe and another trap defeated, we will finish there, gentlemen. So, well done. And thank you for watching, everybody. All right. Leave a like, leave a comment, sub if you haven't already. Where can people find you, Lee?
I can't even remember any of my socials. Find me here, guys. Find me here. If you're watching for RPG stuff, this is the system that I've created. All of the other stuff is completely irrelevant to this. So just find me here. Find me here. Enjoy this game. Learn it, and we'll be bringing out more stuff. Find me here.
Oh, how about you?
I guess the same thing. I'm not on Minds or any of that stuff, so yeah. But like Lee said, here. Anything else I'm on is not relevant to this, so find me here for this. Lee has started a bug with all of us for game creation. I have now got my own system in the works, which may or may not be cropping up as a discussion point at some point in the future. So yeah, that's fun.
Nice. Well, I am a whore. I am on Twitter. I am on Minds. I'm here. I'm on Substack. I'm at mattwaterhouse.substack.com. I am all over the place. I'm even on Instagram. Can't remember my handle, but I'm there. So,
Matt Waterhouse author, I think you are.
Matt Waterhouse author. Sounds like me.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, next time, what could possibly happen? Surely there can't be much more of this devilish place left, but we'll find out.
Mid. I'd call this mid. Mephisto's mid mansion.